Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with another video. I'm not going to call it a tutorial because I'm going to be just playing and seeing if I can figure this out. The inspiration for this video comes from Jez over at Nigezza Creates. She did a project that was part of a collaboration a while ago where she called it the Whack and Stack Tags. And so basically this is what they look like. And you guys have probably seen it. It's going around YouTube. But basically you've got these quilted tags when you're done. So this one was done with the beach theme. I'm not thrilled with the results just because of the images, the papers in the kit I wasn't able to make them as kind of popped and vibrant as I wanted, but we're going to play around and see what we can get. I did cut a bunch of other ones that I'll probably play with too, and then just go through these and find the ones that I really like, because there's some different papers in here that I think would work better. Like, where's that one? There's one of the, from Rachel and Bella Crafts. Where is it? This one right here. This one would be fun because it would come up in all sorts of places, those really vibrant colors. So anyway, we're going to give it a go. I'm going to use a glue stick because I am going to sew around these when I'm completely done. And I'm not absolutely sold on that idea because I don't necessarily want to stitch on all the lines, but we will play it by ear. So I'm going to basically just be showing you the construction. I'm not going to be doing the decorating. It's a lot of tags to decorate if you do all of the pieces. So we're not going to be doing that. So, oh, there's one that doesn't have any, it's just white on the back. Oh, well, that's okay. So again, inspiration is from Jez over at Nigezza Creates. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use 15 pieces of paper. We're gonna cut them down to 4 inches by 6 inches. That's the size tags that I really like. And then when we're done, we're gonna end up with 3 sets of 5 pieces. So we're gonna have 5 papers, 5 papers, 5 papers. No, 3 sets. We'll get there, I promise. It's the first day of school. The day went okay. It was the first day back after summer break, so I'm a little bit off and a little bit tired, but I do want to get another video up and at least recorded so that I can edit it and get it up yet this week. So we're gonna make one set that is going to be, so it's 3 stacks of 5. So you'd have 5 pieces of paper, and then you'd have 3 stacks, so 15 altogether. So you can make 15 tags. So sorry, I got that all discombobulated. But what Jez did is she actually did a die cut in the middle of one of her pieces, and that will make more sense in a second. So I thought we would give that a try as well by using my die cut machine. I'm hoping that it will work. So I thought it would be fun to do a circle one and a square or a rectangle. So I'm going to go ahead and grab probably, let's see how big this one is. I don't want it to be, yeah, that's probably about right, because the inside of the circle, if you look at that internal line, it's probably 2 inches. I think that would be good as a 2-inch circle. So we'll use that one, and then we will use something here. So maybe a square. So let's see how big this square is. Not quite as big. Let's see if we can find one that's just the next size up. Maybe this one. Sorry for my fiddling. We had a good first day. Our main teacher's out on maternity leave, so it's a little bit different not having her here, but our sub is going to do a great job. So that's about comparable in terms of the size, so 2 inches. So I'm going to set those out of the way so I don't get all mixed up. I just pulled these out of my drawer to use as the backing. So when you start putting these down, we're going to cut these in 4 by 6 pieces. We're going to cut these in 4 by 6 pieces. And then we're going to do our gluing, doing our whack and whack and stack on these and gluing them as we go. So I probably will glue some of them just with my Fabri-Tac, and maybe we'll sew some as well. So I'll be cutting those as well when I'm off camera. So these are some of the papers I picked. This is for the At the Beach journal. So I'm not a big fan of this one, but I do have to use it because I need 15 pages. So we've got 1 and 2 and 3. Some of these can be used twice because they're different on each side, which was my hope. So I might not have to use that top one that I wasn't real fond of. This I can use pieces from both sides of it. So I printed that one a little bit bigger. This is looks similar because it has the same kind of house, but the landscape is a little bit different. And then we just got some ocean backgrounds. These are from Liana Scraps. Everything will be linked in the video description box below for your perusing pleasure. So I think these are going to be gorgeous. So I'm going to go ahead and turn to my cutter, and I'm going to cut all these papers down. Let me get rid of that. I'm going to count one more time for you just so you can see what we've got going on here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, but we'll have enough because we will be able to use 2 sides of the same paper. So I will be right back, guys. Okay, so we now have 15 pieces. So these are what I chose, which I think are going to work very, very nicely. I love that one. I'm going to get some different tones of ocean in here. I think will be very pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate out the more the background papers from the images so that we can figure out what we're doing here. It's been a while since I did the prototype. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to make, so I need 3 stacks of 5. So let's do this. Let's just kind of go like that. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's 5. And then we've got, hope I'm doing this right. No harm, no foul, right? Let's see what we got. Some beautiful images. Just save that one over there. And let's just do this. 3. How do I have an extra one? No, I don't. Let's see what we've got. Let's do that and that, okay? I don't know how this is going to work. So we've got 3 stacks of 5 pieces each. Now, you might be wondering, like, what a waste it is to print 15 pieces of paper, but I printed this on 32-pound paper. So what I'll do with the scraps, which are over there, is I will do a collage masterboard with them, and it's a perfect weight for that, so nothing will go to waste, I promise. And I did not use any of these. Okay. Now, when Jez did it, she actually printed like 2 to a page. I did some that are 2 to a page, but she even did, I think, 4 to a page maybe in her printer settings. So that's basically what we've got going on here. So I'm going to set this over here, and I'm going to set this one here, and we're going to start with this one. So this is going to be just the straight up one. So you do want to kind of make sure that it is even-ish. They look to be pretty good and well cut. So I'm going to bring my cutter over so you can see how I'm going to slice and dice these, because the idea is to create some different angles. And you're not going to be able to see all of it because this is now hanging off my desk. So what we're going to do, you don't have to be fanatical about it. I am going to trim that just a little bit because I see it is not quite even. Now this precision trimmer from Fiskars is perfect for this kind of repair because you can just take a sliver off, which didn't really do it, did it? Well, not. I may have to go a little narrower with this so I can just fix that edge. Let's just fix it. There we go. Okay. So we are ready with that one. So basically, you're just gonna, so when we do the die cuts, we'll put the die cut in the center and we'll cut that out. We'll put this whole thing into my cutter and it should go through all the pieces, I'm hoping, if I run it through a couple of times. So I'm just gonna start cutting. I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna cut this top at an angle. And I'm gonna move this over so I have a place to set my pieces once they're cut. Because you want to kind of set them aside like they're a puzzle. So there's our first set. I know you can't see all of that very well. And then let's see, let's go like this. You do want to keep them lined up as best you can in terms of your stacking here. So I went for 5 pieces, so we're just going to do that as well. So I'm just going to go, let's just go like that. Okay, so that one goes down here. Oh, did it? Did it? Oh, we'll have to figure that one out in a second. And then our last cut can just be a simple cut like this. Okay. This is something else. Oh, don't drop them, Cara-Renee. Don't drop them. Whatever you do, don't drop them. So please watch Jez. She was much better at this than me. So let's see. So then we've got, this must be going here. Yep. Yep, yep. And then this one went in here. Oh, I like that cut. I think that's a good one. And then this one was like that, okay? So that's our first set of 3. So now what you're gonna do is I'm just gonna pull this back. Here, it might be a little bit hard for you to see for the moment. I will fix it. So the idea, or at least what she showed, I only watched her video. I didn't watch anybody else, although I saw other videos on YouTube when I kind of Googled it. But yeah, so what you want to do is start with your first, just start with a piece, and then you're going to go 1, 2, oh, you guys can't see that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then you're going to do your next piece, but you're not going to start with this one. You're going to start here. So let me just move these down. I'm sorry, it's out of your view. So then we're going to go here and here. Some of these might look a little bit weird, but you know, I'm a little bit weird, so it'll be okay. And she was talking about how you could mix them up if you didn't like certain pieces going together, but I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to get all weird about that. So now we're going to go to this one. Whoops. I don't have enough room here. I'm trying to keep it in camera for you. So then this one's going to go here. And this one's going to go here. And that's really interesting. This one's going to go here. Not sure if I like that at all, so, but we're just going to go with it. I'm not going to fuss about it. See how those two are together. So we might do a swap out because I'm not feeling that. Okay. And then we're going to go here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then our last one is here, right? These are going to be cool. We're not going to switch anything up. We're just going to let it be what it is. And I am kind of pushing the limits here for space. So that's what's going to look like. So now we're going to start gluing them onto our bases. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slide these up so they're not going to be in your view for a moment. I promise you it will be okay. All right, we have to make some room here. So, of course, you could you know, stack them and put them back together like a puzzle, but I'm not really in the mood for that tonight. So we're not going to do that. I'm just going to do my best to get them up here and out of the way. And kind of just the general idea. And how about we leave this one down, so then I'll put this one up. Some of them I'm not real fond of, but that's the idea, is just kind of not overthinking it and just have a play with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of those file folder pieces, they're just offcuts, and I'm going to cut 5 of them 4 by 6, so I'll be right back. And actually, I just changed my mind. We're just going to glue one of them together because I want to show you what it would look like. Sorry for the blurriness. What it will look like if we do a die cut, and I don't want to keep you too long. So we're going to go ahead and just glue this one on for now. So now if you wanted to, you could ink around all these pieces. Again, goodness gracious. What is going on with the focus there? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep it basic because once it's all dried, you could actually come over it with a makeup brush like this. In fact, let me show you what this would look like on here. So this is one that's already been good and dried. It's sort of like when I collage, pardon me, I'm grabbing my ink. When I do a collage masterboard, sometimes I'll do this because I like to catch those edges, the seams. So you just go over it like this. And you're going to get kind of a separation of those pieces. I'll hold it up for you here in a second. Now, of course, you're going to be grunging it up by doing that a little bit, but let's see the effect that you get. The pieces are much more distinct than without, so we might do that as well. But for now, we're going to just glue these on. I'm not going to sew this one, so because I've got 15 total to do, and I'm not going to do them all on camera. So I will do the other ones off camera, but I do want to show you how to do the die cut, one of the die cut ones. Gotta clean that up. I make a mess. A bit of glue. Okay. So Fabri-Tac gives you this time to move things around. So I'm going to just go ahead and set this one in the corner here. And I'm going to get it as close to that edge as I can because I did cut the base exactly the size of my tag pieces. And then we'll put this one here. Such a genius idea. Love it. Now that one's not straight. Why is that not straight? Why is that not straight? My cut for my tag might not be. You can cut the tag shape later. And we're going to put this one here. Getting my hand in the glue. So that's one of the costs of doing that. But I love this, how the beach theme is working here. So we're going to put this one up here. Kind of cool. Now again, because I'm using Fabri-Tac, I have time to move things and adjust them. And if something doesn't line up around the edges, you can always trim it down. You don't have to worry about that. I feel like I want a different one here, but I don't know if I want to risk it. I think I'm just going to go with it. Just go with it, Cara-Renee. Sometimes, you know, as I've said a couple of times most recently, it's really easy to overthink things and make them more complicated than they need to be. But look at that. Isn't that cool? So then you would obviously want this to dry. But I can cut our tag shapes. Actually, I'm going to trim this up just a sec so we can do our tag corners, just so you can see what I'm thinking there. And I'm just going to take a sliver off because I've got a little bit hanging over on a couple of the edges. I'll show you that in a second. You have a little bit of freedom to clean up those edges there. So it looks really nice. Now I'm going to grab my little template here for my tag shape. And it feels, it's pretty wide tag, so I think I'm going to go with this shape, maybe. That's awfully big. That's awfully big. How about that one? Yeah. Let's do that one. So just cut your little tag shape. But I'm back in my rhythm, so I have to create when I can now, when I have the time. But I love that. I love that so much. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to do a different one. So what I'm going to do, just to preserve these other pieces so I don't get them all confused, I'm just going to grab some paper clips and clip these all together and hope and pray that I can put the puzzle together again. You know, kind of like Humpty Dumpty, who had a great fall. So here we go. Give me just a second to clean these up and then we'll move on to the another set, just to show you a little bit of everything. Jez, she did the decorating and everything on camera, which was really, really fun to see. I don't have the luxury of time to do that right now. I'm also working on trying to finish up the Joyful Spring Journal for the person who purchased that. And I also needed to get my next planner done because, don't you know, August is almost over. And so my new one will start with September. So I'm loving it. I'm going to show you guys that journal in my Beloved Beauty Monthly here soon. So I'm just going to stack those up and get them out of my way. And we're going to do the next one just because I want you to see the choices that you have. So let's grab another one. Let's see what pictures we have here. Or we can do this one. I don't think it really matters. So there we go. We are going to just, so what I'm going to do, I can't use paper clips because of the die cut machine. So I'm just going to have to hope that I can keep these all stationary. So I'm just going to bring my plates over here. Maybe I'll try to tape them down with a little bit of washi tape. So I'm going to reach and grab a roll of that just for the sake of this process. And again, we do want them to be nice and in the same place, okay? And my plates are very, very warped, so this can be a little tricky for me. So I'm going to pick my finger up and I'm going to put a little bit of washi. Now I'm going to just tap this off on my shorts because I don't want it to tear my paper. And that just moved, so let's try that again. I'm going to put a little bit of washi right there and hope that it doesn't tear my paper. I'm going to put another little piece on the other edge, and that should be enough. And that getting a little bit of the sticky off with the washi is super helpful. That should work just fine. So let's do the circle. Let's do yeah, let's do that kind of in the middle-ish. So I'm going to turn to my machine and I'm going to run this through. I have the Sizzix switch. So if you guys haven't heard of it, it's amazing. Okay. So I'm going to try to it's stuck to the plate. Oh, I don't know if it went all the way through. I better run that through one more time. Okay, let's see. These did not go all the way through, but I'm thinking now that I have a mark, I should be able to run it back through and capture the last little bits. So those ones came through okay. Hope this doesn't tear. Please don't tear my paper. It's a lot of paper to go through, even a 32 pound. I should have thought of that. I did run it through twice, but it's still a little iffy. So that's that. So let's see if we can, oh, there's only one that didn't go through. Okay, so maybe another time through would have been good. Can we get that to pop out? We might be able to. Yes. Woohoo! The next time, I'll do the square one too with you just to show you, but that is not cutting through very easily. Come on. We really did not want to mess this up. But you know what? We don't cry over spilt milk. I love that. So there is that. So we're going to do one more die cutting experiment here, and then we'll put one of each of these ones together as well. So we're going to grab our other stack, which is this one, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to put it down here. I'm going to use my washi. Should be nice and non-sticky-ish. Okay. And we're going to get our square. Now, when you go through multiple pages, you don't get this. See how it's got that rim? We're not going to get that rim on everything because it's only on the top one, I believe. No, maybe not. Oh, it is on all of them. Let's see what the square does. I didn't think it would do that. So I was thinking it would be fun to put one up high. Maybe not. Maybe we should go in the center. Maybe we should go in the center. Now that came undone. What the what? What the what? Now it's probably not sticky enough. Let's try that again. Okay. And let's just go ahead and put it, maybe we'll kind of go down here just for kicks. Okay, I do want to try to get it centered though, or even. So I'm just going to run this through the machine as well. I'm going to run it through 3 times this time. Okay, while I was over there, I did go ahead and cut 2 more of those bases so that we can move on. Let's see, my plates are just so worn out. So worn out. There we go. That worked like a charm. So let's get this tape off. Oh, goodness. Don't tear, please. Oh, no, it's tearing. Shoot. I think that one was tearing. That one's tearing, too. So that means out of this one, we're going to just only get 4 because that's ruined, which is okay. It's okay. We're not going to sweat it. Okay, so we do want to get rid of this boat one, which is the top one. Why are these all stuck together? They're just compressed down big time. Woo! Okay, so I'm just setting that aside. We can't use that. That's okay. Just have a little bit less. A little bit less, not a problem. Okay, so let's set that one up there. Actually, I need the space, so it's quite the space hogger. Okay, so I'm just going to put those bases over there too. And so we've got our stack. It's not even from side to side. Oh, that's okay. Let me bring the cutter back over just to keep you in the loop on the whole process here. Bring this back. Okay. And we're going, so we already have one piece, which is our circle. So let's go ahead and try to cut around that frame. So I'm just going to try to keep these as straight as I can. Kind of try to go into that frame, if you can see that. Okay, like that. Okay, so there's one piece. And then let's go this way. So the 5 pieces was just what Jez did on her project, so you don't have to do that. That's why I could improvise and change that up and get rid of that one piece. So there we go. This is going to be cool. Okay. So here are our pieces. Love it. Love it. Look at that. So cool. Okay. So let's start with this one. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Oh, how did we end up with 5? Uh-oh. Because I didn't remove. Okay, we're going to have to see how this works. I'm totally lost. We shouldn't have 5, should we? Didn't we lose one? I guess we're going to find out together, if you guys don't mind. And then we're going to go here and do 1, 2, 3. Oh, that one's really not very pleasant. It's okay. 4 and 5. And then this one. So now we're going to go to the third one because we did the second one. This one's going to go here, here. Kind of reminds me of like a Franken paper. You know. Oh, I love that. Very cool. Okay, and our last one. So we're here, right? Are we here? Yes, we're here. It's all weird. There. That's cool. Ooh, I like this. Look at that, guys. It's awesome. Okay, so we're going to go. Now, the centers don't really matter, so I'm going to be kind of selective here. I'm going to put those sandals there, and I'm going to put this here. You go here. You just don't want to get them into their exact same home again, because that would be silly. Like that. Okay, let's do this one. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab some paper clips and get these others out of my way. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. How did that happen? Maybe I had an extra piece of paper in there because that should not have worked out unless I'm just not thinking about that correctly. I will put all these together for the photos at the end. I probably will not get them all decorated because it's a lot. We're going to do that one, so we'll get this one out of the way. These pieces are a little bit bigger, which I think is nice. Nice difference. I just thought it was such an ingenious idea. I mean, who would think of this? It's like I've also seen it as like quilted tags kind of idea. Same concept. But I like it much better than the Spring Journal one. Just the colors are just more up my alley, brighter, sunnier. Okay, so there we go. So that's all ready to go for later. And let's get a tag base over here. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to, I think we're going to end with this one. It's the same process for the squares, but we're getting long here, so I'm going to go ahead and just finish this up. So let's start with, I like to start with the bottom corner. It just feels more comfortable to me. So I do get my fingers kind of sticky trying to do this though, but that's okay. I wash and I don't melt. My mother said so. You're not made of sugar. You're not going to melt. Did your mom ever say that to you? My mom said that a lot. Okay, so I feel like I want to put the circle in as well here, just to get it done. Okay. I love this so much. Oh my gosh, this is cool. And these two came from the same paper, but they're separated. Isn't that neat? So again, if you're going to glue like this, I would recommend Fabri-Tac because look at how much opportunity I have to fuss with that placement. So even that circle I was able to fudge over a little bit. So there we go. So Let me just get this one in here, and we're a little bit off, but that's okay. I just mainly want the pieces to connect. I can trim the tag up to be even, but look at that. I think it's absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. So I will do, I will cut and glue all these, and I'll show you in the pictures at the end. I'll probably decorate a few just so you guys have some pretties to look at. But I will see you in the next video. Please hop on over and check out Jez, and forgive me for being a little bit of a mess today. So I feel like I say that a lot, but you know, I'm just me. I'm just real, and come from the real world, and sometimes things are hard. So I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.